The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, December 28th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up. And when you do, sign up with that promo code TCE SGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Saturday, December 28th. It feels like it's been years since I've talked college hoops. It's just been a couple days. Shout out to Noah for holding it down on Christmas. He didn't have to do that. He just said he's had a lot of eggnog tonight and he wants to go. So hopefully you caught that episode covering all those games out in Hawaii. YouTube.com/the college experience, and hit that like and subscribe button, even though it's bleak days by January 1st. Pretty sure we're never going to exist ever again if we don't make that number. So unfortunately, sit back and enjoy. This is like, getting, getting Rocky when you still had Mick. You know what I mean? Like, you knew that motherfucker was acting at like 95 years old, and you just knew you're not going to get him in Rocky 5. You're not going to get him in Rocky 4, and maybe a flashback. But you know that it's getting a little tainted. Final days, all right? If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swiggin Database Dad, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping. Would have killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
You goddamn right. I don't have stress and I am healthy. All right, there you go. Premium Miller Lite beverages. Send me a goddamn contract, Miller.
The old rival.
Less filling. Tastes great.
It's Miller Tap.
Drinkability. They always used to throw the word drinkability in their commercials. Still trying to figure out drinkability. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Big 12 College Experience and the Riot and Rush Show. If you're not subscribed to those two, well, bozos. All right. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Money Line Mac. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Welcome back. I feel pretty rested. How about you?
Oh, I'm very rested.
I get energy.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. Yeah, you get in the middle of this, and I feel like you're just sitting there by the end. You're just like, before you get this, and I don't feel like every year's had this Christmas break like this. So you need one of these occasionally. Just to have the wife love you a little bit, and just there's a pep in the step. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm just like you're born again. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I feel like Patrick Ewing pre-knee pads. All right. But yeah, I mean, look, there was a few games.
No more bags in the eyes.
I still have a little bit. I still got a little bit of my Jeff Van Gundy going. There was a chance. There was a chance I was going to look exactly like Jeff Van Gundy by the time the tournament started. Instead, I'm kind of like this hybrid of Stan Van Gundy and Jeff. I don't know. You figure it out. But, buddy, there was some games. We crowned a champ on the island.
Yep.
How much did you get to watch? I know Bieniek said, "Hey guys, I'm on my 7th eggnog. You guys want to do a show tonight?" And I was like, "No, fuck no. What are you talking about? Just post the pics.
Yeah.
Put that sheet out, take a screenshot, post that for the fucking fans."
Yep.
All right. They're not subscribing anyway. We're done. We're going under.
Yep.
We're like Blockbuster Video in like right now, like right when X-Men came out, like the X-Men in the 90s. Or the early 2000s. We're there. We're turning down Netflix. We're like, no, we're good. We got this 15K. But dude, how much did you watch of those games?
I watched the entire tournament. I'm not gonna lie to you. I couldn't get my eyes off it. And the 3rd place game in the finals was great. And I had my whole family betting on the games. And shout out to my stepbrother who got Hawaii -3.5, and he was throwing shit at the wall when he got hooked. When they did not foul, when they only won by 3. But big bet for me was Nebraska -4 in the championship game. Hoiberg, that's a good. I mean, Hoiberg's team is they put together a really good couple months here. 11-2. I think that they're going to get back to the dance is my biggest takeaway. And honestly, the other takeaway, Oregon State's really good too.
Yeah, Wayne Tinkle is like having just a monster, dude. I mean, shocking to me how good they are. I did not have that. Me and Hoops Peterson were talking about that on Monday night, just how wrong we got that team preseason. But yeah, I mean that's I look, it couldn't happen to a school like if you told me, Colby, you could throw all the wins out there to a certain school, not name ECU or Colorado, I'd be like, yeah, we gotta go Oregon State, Washington State, those two. There's some other ones too, the fucking Long Island Sharks would be one, but you know what I mean. There's a few. Oregon State's at the top of that list.
They should have been in that tournament.
They should have. The bus just can't get there. Just can't get there unless you got the wings like fucking Spaceballs. Shout out to the chat. And yes, rest in peace to Greg Gumbel. Big part of March Madness for a long time. Love and condolences to his family.
Yeah.
Even I know, like, no, I'm not a big Brian Gumbel guy, but Greg's good by me. He's good by me.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace and condolences and love to his family. Terrible time to go to, like right after. I mean, I guess maybe the Madden went around this time.
Yeah.
You know?
No. When I saw that, I was like, damn, man, because he had March Madness last year at this time.
I think he didn't do it last year. He had cancer last year, so he didn't do it. It was the year before.
Okay, so 2 years ago he did it. Okay, I knew he had done March Madness recently. So, I mean, that's just it's horrible when you just see people that you've watched growing up and pass away. I mean, it's horrible when you see anybody that pass away. But rest in peace to Greg Gumbel. He was an OG, man. I mean, he had done March Madness forever and ever, and like he was a staple in this tournament that we loved.
Yeah. Shout out to Clark. Happy holidays, brother. The fact he was 78, I got to admit.
No doubt.
God damn.
No doubt. I thought it was like 68.
Dude, I mean, I see my pops now, and I'm like, my pops is younger than that. I don't know, man. I don't know how that happens. I mean, his hair was always on point, too. Like, it was like he was able to, like, just keep it out of the 80s.
Oh, no doubt.
And it worked too. Like it's like he had the Michael Cage shit and it was just working almost. Shout out to Tommy B giving us $20. We are back. Thank you. Hey, here we go. Just a few more days, man. I got to hit that like and subscribe. We got about 72 hours. This is like a fucking Snipes movie, a Wesley Snipes movie. We got 72 hours to get like 450 followers or some shit like that. What's that number at? Do you have that number?
We're closing in on 4,600. So, I mean, guys, if you pull your head out of your ass, we get this easy. If not, I mean, go fuck yourself and we'll talk to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We're at that point, man. This is like passenger 57, fucking drop zone all at once. You know what I mean? We jumped out of the airplane. We jumped out of the fucking airplane, and we don't know if we're hitting the ground or not. It's looking like we're hitting the fucking ground, and that chute ain't open.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. It's been fun, and smash the subscribe, you jack fucks. We have a loaded slate tomorrow, mixed with bowl games. Check out the college football experience for more on that. But before I jump into all the games, because we're not going to be able to recap because there was nothing to recap really. Want to tell you, folks, that the college basketball experience is part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Well, for the next 72 hours, check out the SGPN app. All of our picks and podcasts and articles. Shout out to Cannabis Capper. He's writing shit over there like he's goddamn John Hancock. All right, just throwing these things together, sentences, paragraphs, commas, periods, all that shit. Right, and he's writing great articles about college hoops. You're gonna get access to that. All of our picks. All of our content, just type SGPN in the App Store and let it ride. All right, we are back. And you're looking at that West Virginia court. All right. Tell this guy's traveling right now. Colby Johnson saying, I really thought you were joking about closing the showdown if you don't get to 15K. Well,
that's what a lot of people thought.
We got a meeting. We're trying to make this happen. If you see me with some dynamite strapped to my chest on the fucking news on the 31st, Times Square. All right. Don't confuse me for Chris Farley. All right. Anyway.
You die hard.
What are they? Road flares. Should live under power lines as a kid. But dude, the slate tomorrow, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Right?
It's solid. It's solid. It's not an overwhelming slate, thank God, because next Saturday I counted 146 games. What the fuck? We got 42 games, 36 games or whatever. So a nice solid slate to ease us right back into it.
Yeah. Shout out to Bet Boy Tony C. It's my guy. Shout out to and look, I mean, Clark's talking about Nakatomi Towers. I'm like that guy with the beard with the cocaine. I've always compared myself to that guy. This is what, if we don't get 15K, I'm like talking to Hans. He's like, I'm your white knight. I'm going to get you 15K subscribers. All right. What does he say? He goes, I can get you, John. All right.
Yeah.
That's me talking to the walkie-talkie. Hey, John, we're trying to get down here, have some cocktails. Get us to 15K. Capiche? Something like that. Anyway,
Jack, fuck.
Yes. I'm going to start things off with a lock. How about that?
Here we go. What we got?
And I got slides. All right. Goddamn, if I had 3 days off, I
Here we go.
I wasn't there sitting there singing fucking Nat King Cole. All right. Boom. Right here. Look at this thing. Look at this slide right here. This is fantastic. YouTube.com/the college experiences. I try to figure this out without Noah. Eastern Kentucky is catching 19.5 in Louisville. This is a fucking lock. Don't even start with me here. 19.5.
Yep.
This game is on the C-Dub. Shout out to Buffy the Vampire, which is going on before and after this. But
no, they got a bowl game going on after this. The first ever bowl game on the C-Dub. If you,
I'll be honest. A lot of people rag on the C-Dub, and I guess I was one of them. But look, I'm all on board. Like, the less power ESPN has, the better. All right. So C-Dub, any Nickelodeon, Nick at Night. I don't give a fuck. All right, give us some college basketball, some college football. We're good. But also, Colby Johnson saying you can get 20.5 at BetMGM right now on the Colonels of Eastern Kentucky. So how about taking 20.5? All right. Shout out to the C-Dub. You're with me?
Double lock here, and here's why too. Louisville coming off a nice road win at Florida State, going into the holiday spirit, feeling good. Got Carolina on deck. They're not a super motivational spot here. I think Louisville wins the game by 10. I think EKU is in this game from the start and love the style of play. Let's go, EKU. Lock it up. In the
There
points.
we go. Double lock. Moving along, we have Maryland Eastern Shore heading to. I've been to this exact game before. It's like $2. They're just begging you back in the day to get in there. Before Maryland pulled the ultimate bitch move, they didn't even ponder the Big Ten to their fans because they knew their fans were gonna their whole entire fan base was gonna get pissed. They just announced, "Hey, we're in the Big Ten." That was actually like the best marketing they could have ever done for that. I mean, if they're gonna make the move, it was the best way to handle it. It's unfortunate they didn't handle it with anything else with their athletic department, but yeah, I'm laying it. I've learned the hard way to fade Maryland. Maryland's going to win by 1,000. I will lay this. Your thoughts?
I'll take the points. I mean, Maryland in between Big Ten or not in between Big Ten games, but they got Washington on deck. They're thinking about that on Thursday off the Syracuse game. I'm definitely taking the points. I'm not laying 41.5. Fuck you, Maryland.
What's worse, the Maryland Eastern Shore basketball team this year, or their old logo that looks like a bird with just disease-ridden, sitting there on the way down?
It looks like fucking I don't know what that looks like.
It just looks just kind of fucked up, man. It looks kind of just
dead. Yeah,
it's like the artist was
rabies,
drawing it.
Yeah, rabies.
He was drawing it, and in the middle, he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't know what. Like, it's like they didn't send the second installment of cash, so he's like, I'm not revising this fucking thing. Here it is. Yeah, I'm gonna lay it. I feel solid about laying it. The way Maryland's been beating the shit out of everybody. The only thing I'll say, and this we should pay attention to this for all of our games, right? Is it's right after Christmas, right before New Year's. So you've been sitting there, remember the Long Island fucking shocks, you've been partying, you've been having all that shit, ambrosia, all that marshmallow salad shit. And you've been sitting there having cocktails, reminiscing about the good old days. And you're not paying attention to, maybe you're right, but I just got to take Maryland just for, I'm not betting this, but just give me Maryland.
Beat Syracuse. They're talking about, we beat Syracuse. Boeheim's there. Boeheim's not there. But it's just like you're reminiscing on the good time. Give me the points.
I think I'm on the page some here because Coppin State, my guy Larry Stewart catching 28.5 in DC. Which I just gotta check the gyms here. This is the Capital One Arena. That bullshit.
In between Big East games.
I'll take the points. Give me the 28.5. My Eagles. They've covered for me a couple times. Fly high, Eagles. Give me the points. No bet.
Now, the only thing is Coppin's off the win straight up, which we were on. So I like the points, but I don't know if I can lock them against Georgetown, even though fuck Georgetown.
No, I'm not. I can't lock it. I can't lock it just in case. How many people are really Clark, Georgetown fan? Can we get your estimate on how many human beings will be at this game?
Do we have better attendance in College Park or in DC? They're going on at the same time.
DC's easier to walk to, but like, who the fuck wants to see Coppin State? At least Maryland. It's like
sure.
It's true, but maybe there's some type of animosity, both being Maryland school. I don't know. 3K is what we're getting. Reports here. Pick Dundee. We got word on the ground that 3K will be in the building. And that's enough for me to take Coppin State because at least 10% of the 3K will be rooting for the Golden Eagles. No lock here, but I got locks coming. I promise you. Delaware State is in Philadelphia. This St. Joe's. If there's a very flamboyant hawk on the screen here.
What's this?
Times were different back then. The Delaware State, just Deshaun Jackson, head football coach over there. I'm loving this shit, man. I am loving this. St. Joe's laid 20.5. Give me these fucking Hornets. You can talk me into a lock here. Although last time I faded St. Joe's, I ate a big pile of shit. What are you doing here?
I think I'm gonna lay it with St. Joe's. I think the line's telling Delaware State's won 4 in a row here. I think it's a trap here. I'll lay it with St. Joe's.
Give me the points. Not falling for this shit. Now
time out. Now, where do we draw the line on former players that get head coaching jobs? Deshaun Jackson, really?
I mean, why not? I mean, to me,
I like Elon. He's like the greatest DB of all time. I like Mike Vick. He's a legend at in the 757. Deshaun Jackson at Delaware State. What the fuck is this?
But dude, hear me out here. You're selling like Delaware State's had a hard time with winning in football, right? Yeah. This could potentially bring in investment. He's played for the Eagles for a long time. I know Delaware's right there. At least you can walk into a living room and say, I'm
Deshaun Jackson.
Yeah, I can make you a Pro Bowler. I don't knock it one bit, man. You look at some of these salaries and stuff on that level. I would honestly, if you hired me at Delaware State to you're not going to be able to get a big time coach there. So then it's like, well, what are your options? Yes, you could go to like the D2, D3 ranks and probably bring in a very good coach, which maybe you could probably that might make a little more sense. Because Dion, a lot of people don't know Dion coached for a long time prior to Colorado. So it's not like he just walked on the fucking field. But at the same time, if you're Delaware State, I mean, I would probably recommend some other coaches first, but still, it's to me, it's better than some of the others shit they've had, over their long haul. So I can understand taking the shot. At least you see Belichick doing, you see all this crazy shit. Now Belichick's obviously they're not comparable, but my point is you see like the splash hire Michael Vick now Norfolk State. I mean, has he coached? I don't think he's coached.
No, but he's a legend in that area.
Okay, but I mean, Deshaun Jackson played on the Eagles for a long time, twice, right?
It's so random, and to me, it's like what?
Yeah, I mean, he's from Long Beach, California, so I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I just think that we're what Dion has done is not normal, and I think we're kind of overstepping it here. Now, I hope Deshaun Jackson does a good job, and it will bring some notoriety to the program, but I'm a little more suspicious of this hire than the Mike Vick one, to be honest.
Well, that's a little fair because Michael Vick's from Southern Virginia. And, he's from right there. So you would think he could just walk and there's just a ton of talent down there. Deshaun Jackson, you're going to be playing your Eagles highlights being like, this is what I did. This is what I did. Cause I mean, that's another thing is
wild card exit round. That's all they fucking got when he was there.
Yeah. But I mean, I also think to me, if you're Delaware State, nothing's been working. Think outside the fucking box. I'll credit you for that. It's like with Ed Reed. Ed Reed went to Bethune-Cookman. It didn't work out because the cleaning crew didn't fucking clean his office. Yeah. But I'm saying, I thought that was intriguing. He had never been a coach, as far as I know, at least. Maybe his kids or something. I don't know. I mean, look. Either way. Delaware State is in the MEAC. Norfolk State is in the MEAC. We're going to see this matchup next year. And God damn it, I am excited for it because they used to be teammates. They used to be teammates on the Eagles. So I'm here for it. Let's go.
I still got nightmares of Vic to D-Jax.
I was at that game. I was at that game, dude. When the Eagles are up 42-0 at halftime. This is the last time I've been at FedEx, I think. Either that or the Boise game. Yeah.
That or the Army-Navy game the one year. But, fuck the Eagles. The Eagles deserve no credit here, and the Redskins are going to beat their ass in the playoffs. So, fuck you Eagles fans watching this.
True. Fuck the Eagles always. Go Redskins. Anyway, bringing it home. St. Joe's not going to cover against Delaware State because they're going to ride this DJ action. All right, they're going to ride it. Alabama A&M, John Stallworth's alma mater. Shout out to the great John Stallworth, catching 21.5 points in Atlanta against Damon Stoudemire and the Jackets. It's a big ass number. I mean. Now they played a year ago and it was 70-49, but that is a cover. That's a cover. And I actually think last year Georgia Tech team was better than this year. Give me these Alabama A&M Bulldogs. What are you doing here?
Do you think they just looked at the number from last year and go,
damn, well,
21 point game, put it here again?
100%. They're sitting there having leftover their leftover food. I'm not thinking about breaking down this Alabama A&M Georgia Tech game. What was the score the last time they played this shit? 21. Add a hook. I'm on the points.
Alabama A&M fringe lock. They're not beating them by 22. They suck.
Now we got a lock though, because the Ole Miss Rebels are doing battle in Memphis, Tennessee. Why is that Rebel so small? I don't remember making it this small.
Make it bigger.
Did I do that? I don't know what happened. Memphis is laying 1.5. I'm going to take Ole Miss here. In games like this, I feel like they're athletically on the same level as Memphis. Just like my Mississippi State. I mean, I know we all logged Mississippi State.
And it won by 1,000.
So I'll take this racist fuck with his goddamn cowboy hat on his cane. I don't even want to know where the fuck that cane's been, but let's go. Give me Ole Miss plus 1.5. Just ride the money line. Actually, who be kidding? Don't even take the point. What are you doing here?
So we've had a week off since they get their ass beat by Mississippi State. Ole Miss has had the same amount of time off. If you can live with yourself with taking Penny with a week off versus Chris Beard, go ahead. If not, I'm taking Chris Beard, the much better coach, much better program, and I think they can match up physicality, athletically. Ole Miss gets it done outright. They get swept by the Mississippi. Ole Miss, lock.
Double lock. Let's go. Look, I take Memphis all the time. I just don't like it in this. Whenever they take, because athletically they're on the same level, and that's when the coaching cuts up to Penny. I think Penny's improving as a coach, but still, Chris Beard, Chris Jans, those guys have been doing it for fucking like 30 years. So, next up, we're going to Chicago. The RuPaul Blue Balls, the Blue Demons, DePaul, laying 17.5 points against the Greyhounds. This is on Fox Sports 1. The last time they played a year ago, or 2 years ago, I'm sorry. DePaul won by 6. A lot's changed. These Greyhounds are 3-3 on the road. 17.5. I'm actually going to take the fucking points. This is one where I do think I think DePaul is way improved, but I just think this is the after Christmas, right before New Year's, lazy 12-point win. Yeah. Lazy 12-point win. Give me Loyola, Maryland plus the 17.5. I can be talked into a lock here.
Yeah. I like it as a lock here. Loyola, Maryland, good under Josh Leffler, year number 1. And I just think it's a sleepy spot. DePaul wins by 12. Perfect.
Double lock on the Greyhounds. Let's go. Clark, DePaul letdown from Christmas. Been eating all that shit. You know what I mean? Goddamn pecan pie. All right. All that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I just think they'll be a little flat.
They're not that good either. They're not that good.
Hopefully you caught the Jimmy Larinaga retirement episode that Moneyline Mac put out on the fly. Shout out to you for getting that thing done. I thought it was look, and I'm a Jimmy Larinaga guy. I thought he was completely full of shit, but blaming the portal. My guys came and asked me for money.
Yeah,
Right. Well, how'd you make the Final Four the year before? Well, our transfers asked for money. We could pay them.
Yeah.
I just love these old people. It makes me laugh, man. At least like Tony Bennett didn't go to the portal to pay a bunch of guys. So like you can buy into Tony Bennett being like, okay, he is who he is. I can dig it. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can dig it. Jimmy Larinaga, man. Kind of full of shit here, man. Kind of full of shit. Man.
Hey, I elected not to address his comments. I'm like, come on, man. It's like you went to the Final Four based off of NIL and portal at the end. Now in Mason, you did not. So we're gonna handicap the Mason angle here. I like Mount St. Mary's and I like a lock.
Oh, I love Mount St. Mary's here because this is a close game. Like they're not far apart. The camps aren't far apart. Yeah. You're coming off that hangover. 16.5. I will continue. I know I ate shit on a couple of these ones when they're laying a big number, but I just have to take Mount St. Mary's. This is one of my favorite plays. And is it that crazy to sprinkle the money line?
No. I mean, Mount St. Mary's, our guy Donnie Lynn's done an unbelievable job. You're number one. I think they're live in this game. I'm
seeing 17.5 right now, by the way. 17.5 right now.
Get out of here. Mason's not that good.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Double lock. Give me the Mount. Mike in the chat talking about Lito's Pizza. Fairfax, Virginia.
Yeah.
Grab a Lito's Pizza.
Was there last month?
What was that bar? There was like a bar right across from George Mason where you could get absolutely shit hammered for really cheap. I forget the name of it, but it was a disaster, and it's probably closed down by now. I'm so old, but
when I was in college, that's where we would go. We would get hammered right by Mason.
Yeah, there was like a university bar or some shit like that. Like there was something. Yeah. I want to say it was called like University Bar, dude. That was just a disaster. Like $1 Jaeger bombs or something like that, where you just
fantastic.
That's a commuter school too, so you know how it is.
Oh yeah, no, we would go there the night before Thanksgiving, and then this holiday, and we just get fucking hammered. It was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't picture George Mason as a party school, but that fucking bar knew exactly what they were doing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's one of my favorite plays of the night. Mercer. This game cracked me up. I was thinking about this as I made this. So Mercer, located in Macon, Georgia, heading to Atlanta to take on Georgia State. Georgia State's on a 5-game losing streak.
We should lock it.
That's my first thought too. Is we take Georgia State. Mercer did beat them by 4 a year ago. I mean, my part of me is like Mercer would say, "Hey, let's get up. We're going to the big city." But then part of me is like, Georgia State's lost 5 in a row, and they get a local foe coming into town.
Only laying 1. Georgia State lock. Georgia State gets right here, wins a game finally, goes into the Sun Belt. Here we go.
Who do they have on deck?
South
Alabama. Conference game. All right.
All
right.
You sold me. Ahead to anybody.
You sold me. Give me the Georgia State Panthers double lock.
Hello, Santa.
Let's go. Shout out to David Matola. Shout out to the whole chat. I hope you guys had a great holidays.
Yeah.
Your families, your friends, your enemies, all that good shit. I hope you had a great time. Folks, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Pick'em has one of the biggest menus for all the sports. You can win up to 1,000 times the amount of money you enter with Underdog Streaks. Underdog is always making it easier to win with Profit Boost and Gimme Pick'ems. They got college hoops. They got college football. They got everything, really. NASCAR, MMA, NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL. You can now use specials and boost on all flex entries as well. So what do you do? It's sign up. And when you do, sign up with the promo code TCE SGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCE SGPN. All right. Next up, Terrell Furman, my good friend Terrell Furman, has been trying to get me to go to this game. I honestly feel like if this game was played in 2 weeks, I'd probably go. But you got all this shit, the holidays, still got some family in town. You got, I don't know. I love this game. This is one will be on one of my TVs. North Carolina Central, North Carolina A&T. This is a great rivalry game. Football, basketball, it doesn't matter to me. Schools, it's a great rivalry game. And this line stinks, brother. This line stinks. Central is better than A&T. A lot better than A&T.
Are they?
I mean, I think they are. I mean, I think Central challenges themselves in the schedule. Like to give you an idea, they went 1-1 against Longwood, right? Yeah. But they scheduled West Virginia. They barely lost to Radford in overtime, right? High Point, George Mason. To me, like these are good teams where it's like A&T, dude. I watched that ECU game. Like A&T has looked like shit to me this year, right? So look at A&T's wins. I'm seeing one against Cheney, Pennsylvania. The Citadel, that's actually probably their best one of the season. And Morgan State. Were you going to say that?
Yeah, I was saying Morgan, and then they lost to Buffalo by 1.
But Morgan State and Buffalo suck, dude. I think Central's just so much of a better team, but the rivalry, this place will be lit.
Yeah.
This game's on CBS, by the way. You should watch it.
I know it's a national TV game.
It should be. I love this. Shout out to this. This should happen way more often. All right. A lot of these HBCUs have awesome rivalry games, and they're not in the public eye a lot of times. And it should be, in my opinion. Dude. I mean, I think this line reeks. I would set this at like Central minus 5.5, 6, something like that. I'm taking A&T.
Oh yeah. Well,
and I want to bet this because this game's awesome. It's one of the best games, one of my favorite games of the day. So,
and last year they played in the line break too, and it was 5.5, and the line or the number ended on 5. So, I think North Carolina A&T wins outright. Ends their 7-game losing streak. Monte Ross and company. Give me North Carolina A&T outright, national TV. Lock it up. One of my favorite plays.
Let's go. The school's out, but you got people you got alums like Terrell driving like 4 hours for this game.
Oh, they're being Central.
I'm telling you, I think more people will go to this game than you realize. I mean, if he hit me up like a month ago about this game, I'm only making that assumption that there's many more out there like this, but I know that in football too, this game does move the needle. Clark, it's 25 minutes from you, man. I don't know. There's too many other good games on. I still got a bunch of shit I got to do.
Football.
I feel like I should go to this game. I feel like I should go to this game just for the rivalry factor. I want to be a part of that, but I don't know. Game time decision. Catch me on the pregame show tomorrow. Maybe Terrell can talk me into it. Anyway, moving along. Bucknell heading to Syracuse, New York. Take on the Qs. This is their old logo back in the day, but long before Bob Costas' pink eye. Qs are laying 13.5.
Did Bucknell beat them once? No, they beat Kansas.
I'll take the points. Dude, let's talk about Syracuse for a second. It ain't working out, man, right?
They suck.
It ain't working out, right?
No.
This is year 2, correct?
Yeah, he may get another, but no, it's not working out.
I mean, it pumped in some money this year. I feel like
it's a proud program, like you said. This is.
I'm taking the 13.5.
Me too. I mean, Syracuse is a joke.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to bet this?
How do you get beat that bad by Maryland?
All the games they look like shit, dude. Even their wins, like Youngstown, they look like shit. Yeah. Actually, the best thing they did was that first tournament in Brooklyn. That's when I started to buy in a little bit, but yeah. I mean, that Maryland game, they looked unorganized. They looked like a fucking NBA team to me. Just like they were like lollygagging. Yeah, they just looked unorganized. Like there's no goddamn motion in their offense.
They got beat by Maryland. Like fucking Juan Dixon and Steve Blake were still in the backcourt. That was ridiculous. I'm going to take the points with Bucknell, but no bet. Just because they could backdoor this. I mean, they should be motivated off the spot, but I don't trust them right now.
Mike Hopkins, bring him back, says Matola.
Maybe he was better.
Yeah, I don't know that I might bet. That depends. If that goes up a little bit, I might. Now this I will bet. I'm sick of this Davidson bullshit with your staples. All right. The Eagles are flying high. My Eagles that you've disrespected for years on this very program. All right. My Eagles are heading into this John Belk bullshit. All right. With their goddamn backdoor cuts and their 90-degree angles. All right. Eastern Michigan is going to cover this game. All right. Davidson's not the type of team to blow teams out. They are 7-0 at home at this Belk Arena. But I'm just not. No. Davidson wins by 7, by 6, by 8, maybe even 11 or 12. Eastern Michigan. Let's go. Fly with the Eagles. See, we're landing on victory lane. Let's go. You want to battle? I got a feeling you're battling this one.
No, you're flying solo here. I'll lay it with Davidson, but I do not want to bet them either.
But
solo there.
Why are they? Anytime they're this big of a favorite, you can't take them. Can't take them unless they have Steph Curry coming back for them. You can't.
They just fucked up on Charlotte the other day.
That's a little brother. I mean, that's like there's animosity there. You know what I mean?
Eastern Michigan's ass.
They don't even know where Eastern Michigan is. All right.
Eastern Michigan just won before the holidays. They're still celebrating with Long Island.
They beat Wright State. I was on them that game. Eagles have been flying high for me. Lock it up. Let's go. Next up. Oh, buddy. I'll be honest. I think I want to bet every single one of these Mountain West games. New Mexico's in Fort Collins, taking on Colorado State. I think we should bet New Mexico.
Absolutely. What is this line?
I think we should bet New Mexico. Well, look, Colorado State
they won the big game.
Steve Alford. Yeah, they got that Alford win.
New Mexico outright.
I'm with you. Double lock on these Lobos. I know it's in Fort College, a goddamn altitude. But hey, Albuquerque actually it's a pretty high altitude, higher than most think, I think. So they're more talented. This Colorado State team, no way it's consistent. No way. Double lock there. Fair Dick. It's heading to Chestnut Hill. It's another flamboyant bird. Boston College is laying 14.5. You know what? I'm going to lay it here. I'm going to lay the 14.5. Not often do I lay double digits with Boston College, but I will here.
Fringe lock, BC. I think it's a nice get right spot off the Christmas break.
They are playing a football game though.
Yeah, never mind. No lock.
Howard Hampton.
Here we go.
There's a name for this, I believe. There's a name for this game, I believe. At least in football.
It's another CBS game, by the way.
Amen. I like it. Look, Howard. Well, Hampton's won 4 straight, by the way. Kind of a darling of mine. They're 4-1 at home. Howard's 1-4 on the road. But this is another one where Howard really challenges themselves in the non-con. So I feel like the records can be a little misleading. You know, like Hampton does all right, but like Howard's played Kansas, Missouri, Cincinnati, Wilmington. They beat Wilmington. I think we take Howard here in the points, but I don't know that. I don't know. I'm going to bet this one because I actually think Hampton's pretty good this year. This one you just sit and watch. Is it a neutral site game? Where's this game at? No, I'm seeing it at the Hampton Convocation Center.
Is that the Coliseum?
I'm seeing this is going to be played at the maybe. I mean, if there's a chance this website's full of shit. This was a 2-point game a year ago. Hampton won by 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock up Howard. I think this is a 1-possession game. You got Hampton winning 4 straight, headed into the break here. Howard lost their last game. I think this is a 1-possession game. If not, Howard wins it outright. I'll bet Howard lock it up.
You're going solo. I think this is just a good game.
TV game.
You got it. Is that a new thing? This is on national TV. You got to bet this thing. I'll take the points.
Hampton ain't laying.
I'll take the points.
CBS. Like, what is
plus
that?
150 on the money line for you. Money line Mac locking it up. Solo lock there.
No doubt.
This is a smash play. This one is a smash play.
Alfred.
I'm seeing this at 7.5 now.
Let's bet Alfred.
I'm on Wyoming, buddy. I am done. I am done. Alfred? I am done with the Steve Alford shit on the road. All right. When we did peyote in the desert, that was in the state of Nevada.
Oh,
all right.
Man.
I've been to Laramie. All right. It's intimidating. All right. It's cold as fuck. You're at the highest altitude out of any school in D1. Look at this Wyoming logo. I can't fade this. All right. I got Wyoming plus 7.5. And how about this? Sprinkle a little bit of that plus 250 on the money line. All right. Don't worry, Steve. I'll call your phone. I'll call you back after a couple road spots when you're back in Reno. What are you doing here?
Battle. Alfred's never won there until tomorrow. He wins by double digits. Nevada going away.
Buddy, Nevada has had that Christmas meth lately in Reno. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's been going around.
They got right.
They're not paying attention to shit. Welcome to the party, pal. Whoops, I was not trying to play that. Where the hell's our battle music? Here, I mean, we can.
What is best in life? To crush your enemies, see them driven before you.
I'm having a hard time working the old fucking soundboard. This is what happens when you take 3 days off. Your muscle memory is all fucked. Here we go. We got a battle. Dundee saying, "How about them Cowboys?" Mac howling at the moon in Laramie. All right. Oh, stop it. Stop it. This is easy money. This is easy money right here. You want to get rich? Let's get rich. Plus 380. Fairfield is covering this, dude. Fairfield is live. Fairfield is covering this. Lock and sprinkle that money line. I am so sick of this Columbia shit. All right? I am so sick of these Lions. What are you doing here?
I will join you. Fairfield lost 3 in a row going into the break here. I think they're live here. Bounce back. Tight game here. Give me the points. Lock it up. Live.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. All right, next we're going to College Station. Where currently the Aggies are playing. What's the score of that game right now?
24-7. God damn you.
I was all over A&M. Good. Texas A&M's laying 23.5 at home against Abilene. Who does A&M have on deck?
Texas.
I'm locking up Abilene Christian plus 23.5.
8 points.
For sure. This might be my favorite play now.
Yeah, I'm with you. Abilene, lock it up. Abilene's going to fight.
23.5 with Texas on deck. Let's go.
Thinking about New Year's in Texas. No way.
Yeah. Let's go. Folks, what to tell you, the college basketball experience is brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie's been running on SGPN for years. So we're home. Check out their new and improved website. It's absolutely great on mobile. Plus, there's props for every game. And the live dealer casino is a bundle of fun. They have new early cash out options as well. I love my East Carolina Pirates on the money line against NC State tomorrow. I also think BYU covers, but Colorado wins. BYU covers, Colorado wins. But I do think BYU will cover that thing. Anyway, check it out. Hop on over to mybookie.ag. Use the promo code TCE SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. They're going to give you a $10 casino chip as well. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCE SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. SGPN's proud partner. Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform and helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds to get predictions for betting on money lines, spreads, totals, props. You can copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard. You'll still make money. I like to build my own model and then have Rhythm adjust and build around it. You can now track props in the Rhythm app. They got college hoops, they got college football, they got NFL, they got NBA, they got everything. Claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Todd Andrews saying A&M might win the SEC. Well, hopefully they do, because that's what I took. Early in the year, I was looking like shit. In November, I was like, I can burn this ticket. Yeah. Next up, in that new stadium, this is on Fox. What the fuck's the stadium called again?
Crypto, whatever. Bullshit.
It's like the Inuit Dome.
Crypto, long hole bullshit.
Yeah, this is next to SoFi or whatever. It's that new stadium. What's crazy is UCLA's stadium is like a mile away. I guess that's like a couple hours in LA traffic, but this is a lock. Gonzaga's gonna fuck them up. Look, I've been off on Gonzaga in some of these big games lately. Kentucky, UConn. Zags are getting them here. I'm laying the 3.5. Lock it up. What are you doing here?
I'll join you. Gonzaga owns them. This is a get right spot. They need another marquee win if they want to be a 1 or 2 seed, and I think they need to get against UCLA here in a neutral site game. Give me the Zags. They're favored for a reason. Zags by double digits.
Let's go double lock on these Zags. I see a lot of people in the chat on these Bruins. Yeah. Next up, Boise State is in San Jose, California. Look, I know you got some roster turnover here. Do you remember last year's game?
Yeah, it was the worst beat of the year.
Oh my God.
We should lock San Jose, right?
My first thought was I'm betting this shit. I think San Jose State's playing good ball lately. I'm not only going to bet this, I will sprinkle just a little bit on that money line. I think it's plus 370. I think I saw.
Yep.
60 or 70.
San Jose's live here. Let's go.
I like this spot, man. Boise's been a little bit of a letdown so far this year. Despite them being 9-3, like to me, eye test wise, they haven't been that great. So
Boise wins by 4.
Yeah. Give me San Jose State double lock and the points. This game's on what is it, CBS? I think it is.
Mountain West.
Mountain West. Why do they not cover this on national TV? Anyway, little battle of Louisiana and Lake Charles. New Orleans is taking on McNeese State. McNeese is laying 23.5 points. I'm wearing the McNeese shirt. They won by 24 a year ago. They're just phoning this shit in. They're phoning these lines in. Dude.
I'm going to lay it because it's the start of league play, but I'm not going to bet it. I need to see them drill somebody.
They're going to drill them here because New Orleans is 359th in defensive rating. They're also 356th in offensive rating. They're bottom 10 in both offense and defense. Yeah. I will lay it with McNeese, and if I'm up on the day, watch out. I might be fucking betting then.
I'm with you. I just need to see it. But fringe lock on McNeese. Yeah.
Yes, smash that fucking subscribe button. Shout out to the chat.
Jack Fox.
Yes, we got look, Playa del Carmen. Let's go. We need to do a live show from there. That's where we're going to be when we don't get to 15K. Happy New Year, man, or happy holidays. Happy early New Year to all the good people in Playa del Carmen. Oh man, this is a smash play. I've been to this game. This is a smash play. I think I give this nugget away every year. You take the Aztecs in San Diego. Yep. You hammer Utah State money line in Logan. I'm all over this. I already bet the shit out of this. Give me the Aztecs minus 4.5. This game's probably my favorite game of the day. Shout out to Avetta. This is a chippy ass fucking game. Like, yep. To me, this is just fun. This is fun. I assume you're on the Aztecs too. This is where do you have this game ranked as far as best game of the day? I think a lot of TMZ will say Gonzaga. Yeah, this game is fucking fire. The past 5 years, man.
Way better. This game's way better than that.
Probably past 10 years. Yeah.
I think San Diego State wins by 9 to 11 points here. I think they opened it up late, get stops in front of that home crowd, and Utah State just won at St. Mary's coming into Christmas. Feeling themselves. San Diego State. This is a humble. I love my guy Calhoun, but this is not a good spot.
No, well, here's the beautiful part about it is when they play. I was looking at this earlier. When the fuck is this? When do they come to Logan? It's February 22nd. I'll be all over Utah State on February 22nd. Absolutely. I've been doing this for a while. So this thing, team. Home team and they fucking truly hate each other. Like
they fucking hate each other.
Yeah. The animosity between both programs and both fan bases, it's very good for the sport, in my opinion. I mean, maybe some of the things that are said aren't always good, but as far as it's like, to me, like, why do people bitch about this, in the NBA these days? Right. And they always say, man, back in the 80s or 90s, we had like Pistons Bulls. Well, that shit was brutal because they fucking hated each other. You saw it on the court. Knicks Heat, Knicks Pacers. You saw the animosity on the court. You knew that it really mattered to them. Well, you see it in this one here. So, anyway, I'm all over the Aztecs here. Double lock. Let's go. 25 games in, 20 double locks. I like it. No, we don't have 20. We don't have 20.
Oh, you have 13, Jack Fox.
Yeah.
Check the picks page on our record.
Whoa. I got a lock here, though. Florida Gulf Coast is heading to Richmond. Take on these Spiders.
What are you locking here?
I'm going back to the well. I think Florida Gulf Coast is better than their record. I really do. I think they're better than their fucking record, dude. I'm locking up Florida Gulf Coast plus 2.5. Can I interest you in a little Eagle parlay? Eastern Michigan and Florida Gulf Coast. The Eagle Landing parlay. Let's go.
No, I like Richmond. I live in Richmond.
Are you betting this?
You know what? Let's battle here, man. The Spiders, new year, the Spiders are going to start playing better under Mooney, better coach. Give me the Spiders. Here's a battle for everybody.
We got a battle in Richmond. Dundee, Flying with those Eagles. Flap those fucking wings. Moneyline Mac going with these spiders. All right. Next up, we got Delaware in Queens.
It's a sleepy spot.
I was watching Coming to America the other day. It's a movie that they should have never done a sequel, but the first Coming to America is flawless and just it's a perfect fucking comedy. My favorite one, like there's so many favorite lines of mine, but like there's one where, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, they land in New York City and they go to catch a cab. And just the first scene of the fucking, like it's 2 minutes into the movie and a cab almost hits him. Guy gets out. The cabbie gets out. He goes, "Hey, fuck you, man!" It's just perfect for New York City. It's fucking hilarious. That's just great fucking comedy, man. Like it just had me rolling because you think about all the other scenes where Eddie Murphy plays like 20 guys in the barbershop and he kills it, but you just forget the little details like that, and it just gets me every time. It's kind of like in Lebowski when Lebowski builds the doorstop backwards and they just open the door. In Big Lebowski, he's building this shit.
Yeah,
it's like a subtle joke. Every other joke is fire, but you look at that and you're like, "That's fucking hilarious." Anyway,
we should bet this, and I know we love St. John's. We should bet Delaware.
Yeah, I'll take the points. I don't know if I'm going to bet this. I don't like going against my guy Patino in the holidays.
They got Omaha before the new year even starts. They got Butler after that. They got Xavier. They got all this shit. I'm locking up Delaware.
Whoa! Wait a second here. Is this an omen? Tomorrow is Coming to America night at St. John's. Yes, in the face. It's halftime. Wait, is that really a thing right now?
They're gonna win by 15. They ain't winning by 26.
Well, I'm definitely not betting that. Then if it's is this what's the giveaway? Who's going to this game tomorrow? God damn it! I need someone to get me whatever they got to be giving away a fucking John Amos bobblehead or something. What's going on? He died earlier this year. May he rest in peace. Yeah, I can't, dude. I'm on. I'll take Delaware. No bet. I'm not betting. You bet. You're locking this, huh?
Yes. They're gonna lose by 16. Get angry, and they're gonna get rid of Big East.
Moneyline Mac locking it up.
I know how Patino works. He doesn't want to cover this game. He wants to send a message.
I did see him tweeting about New York City restaurants. It's like, it's a 5-star restaurant. It's one of the best I've been to in a while.
He wins by 17.
My son works. James Earl Jones, man, damn it, we lost the whole goddamn Coming to America cast this past year. Rest in peace to James Earl Jones. Hold on, I want to know what it is like. What's making it the night though? Normally, when they do like a, like for example, if they do like I don't know, whatever, like Kiss the Band or something, they'll do like a bobblehead for the Dodgers in with the Kiss fucking face attire. Is this a is there some type of poster, a giveaway, a bobblehead, a fucking what is there's got to be an angle here. And I want someone to pick me up one of those and I will Venmo or whatever. Come on, this guy sexual chocolate CD. I mean, that would be, dude, that movie is so fucking funny. They don't make anything even remotely close to something that funny these days. And I know I sound like old man, but I really believe I believe the PC shit all destroys any type of comedy, and especially a written comedy where it's got to go through production companies and we have a meeting about this. What are you doing here? You got too many cooks in the kitchen. John Landis and Eddie Murphy there were fucking genius. Absolute genius. That movie will be great 100 years from now. They got the Big Mac. We got the Big Mick. All right. Someone let me know what's going on. Someone let me know what's going on with that game. You know what's going on in this game? This is the double header. So folks, anyone that wants to come out and see Gonzaga, UCLA, afterwards, you get to see Steve Lavin get destroyed by fucking Grand Canyon.
How many Grand Canyon games are neutral site games? My God.
Come on, man. You got to play this as, this is like Carrot Top being the headliner for Chappelle. You're supposed to, this is supposed to be the lead-in. You don't follow it with San Diego and Grand Canyon.
There ain't gonna be nobody.
Who are these idiots?
Bullshit ass game. Trash ass game. Fuck this game.
Having said all that, I'll take the points.
I'll take the points. This game is some garbage.
Simon, this is in LA. This is not in Phoenix.
This game is some fucking
no
bullshit.
One's gonna be there. No one is gonna be there.
Who
Everyone's
the
going
fuck
for
is
UCLA
even
Gonzaga.
It?
Yeah.
Horrible game.
I'll take the points because of that though. San Diego loses by 9.
Yeah. A potential lock.
Yeah.
Neutral site, bullshit game. Nobody there other than their cousins. I mean, give me
it's just a stupid game. Even their cousins are going to be sitting there taking photos of SoFi. They found a dead body in that lake right before I left. Like, you can Google that. There was a dead body in that lake right outside of SoFi. That man-made bullshit they try to make cool. Marshall, Elon. Fuck, Clark. Maybe we should go to this one too. Double header. Elon laying 5.5. The over under at 145.5. I have to take Elon here, and I think we should bet Elon because Marshall on the road is fucking terrible. I've faded Marshall on the road for years. And when I look at this game, I see Marshall 0-5 on the road, Elon 4-0 at home. I will lock Elon minus the points. What are you doing here?
I like Elon too.
Yeah.
I like Billy Taylor, man. I think they've been playing a lot better. And 8-4 on the year. I think it's a nice spot off the Christmas break. Give me the Phoenix here. Let's go.
Double lock on the Phoenix. Wait, but this has nothing to do. Like, this is cool. I don't know what he's talking about here. I missed the first part of that, Morgan. Shout out to Morgan. But I was hoping it'd be something like, you know, you go to I went to a Dodger game, Dodgers Mets, and they did a Seinfeld. They did like a Seinfeld bobblehead of I don't remember if it was Jerry or George. It was they did that. That's why I was saying, oh man, if they have Cleo McDowell or any sexual chocolate, any of that shit, I would get any of it, or I would try my best to get my hands on that. But apparently it's not. But anyway, what do we got next? USC is back, says Rob Donaldson. Shout out to the great Rob Donaldson.
24-21.
Oh wow, I have A&M. So Pepperdine is catching 16.5 as the waves are crashing on the Broncos in Santa Clara, California. Man, I'll take the points.
You should take the points. I mean,
I gotta take the points. It's after the holidays. Pepperdine's been horrible on the road, though.
I mean,
I don't know about betting. I don't know about betting that one.
Yeah, we'll be feeling good tomorrow. We'll bet Pepperdine. We'll be feeling good.
Dude, they've lost by double digits every single road game of the season.
Yeah, but I mean, Santa Clara has fucking covered like 6 in a row here. They're due for a freaking letdown. Win by 8 games. Take the picks page.
I don't know. I'll take the points. I don't think I'm going to bet this.
Having a nice sound with old Santa Claus.
Now this you could talk me into because you got Wazoo fresh off that Northern Iowa win that old Pick Dundee was on while a couple of bozos were on Northern Iowa, right? And then you got the Portland Pilots.
I want this pilot. It's a matter of national security.
I could see Portland covering 12.5 at home against a Power 5. They're not used to coming in there.
New league. I mean,
new
league. I mean, absolutely lock Portland. It's a league game.
Let's do it. How excited are they going to be for this fucking game? Last time they played was a 12-point game. But that was in Pullman. Let's go. Give me the points. This is like, remember Portland took Oregon to overtime in Eugene. They're gonna be excited about this game.
You're gonna be jacked up.
Yeah. Jackson State still on the award tour, going everywhere. They're 0-12. They lost by 14 a year ago in Riverside. They're back getting 14.5. They did phone this in, these lines.
Oh.
The problem is, dude, is I feel like Baptist is gonna get them. But man,
I'll lay it. I ain't fucking betting this game.
I just think it's kind of like Baptist. I actually like Baptist's team.
Game is garbage.
Give me the points. Give me the points. Baptist by 11. Baptist by 11.
15. I don't like it. No bet.
Next up, Pacific is catching 22.5. Santa Monica. St. Mary's is off of a loss. Pacific's fucking horrible. But man, they're right there. Last year, this was a 41-point game. Last time they played, at least, I think. Oh, man.
I'll lock it. I'll lay it with St. Mary's. This is
a get right
off Christmas. They win by 36, and everybody goes, kumbaya.
I think you're right. I will join you on this one. I will join you on this one. Lock up St. Mary's. Next, this might be one of the interesting games of the night. LMU, Loyola Marymount.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the great Hank Gethers. Heading to San Francisco. Take on these Dons. San Francisco laying 10.5. You know, I'm all over the place on LMU. They've been hot lately. They're won 5 straight. I just never trust them. I never trust them. But dude, I hate laying double digits with San Francisco, even though we know San Francisco's good.
At home, I love them.
Give me LMU. Lock.
Ooh.
Let's go. Line up. Shout out to the great Bo Kimball as well with the left-handed free throw. I used to go to a lot of Loyola Marymount games. I miss it. I miss seeing my guy Kelly LaPepe. What are you doing here? We battling?
Oh yeah, this is a hard play for you. San Fran by 15-20. Give me the Downs back at home off the break. Get this fucking Loyola shit out of here. Lay it. Lock battle.
We got a battle in the bank. Dundee on LMU. Mac on these Dons. Let's go. And unfortunately, our night's going to come to an end, but don't worry. I am locking the fuck out of this game. My guy Wahlberg is covering the 16.5. I'll tell you that right now. I talked to my Mountain West media days. I gave him the wink, saying when you come to take on UNLV, they don't have Plastic Man. They don't have Isaiah Ryder. They don't have Elmore fucking Spencer. And obviously they don't have Larry Johnson. This line's ridiculous. This line is, the Tark Bowl. This line's ridiculous to me. Why the hell is this line so big? This was a 2-point game a year ago, and I think Fresno State's better than a year ago.
It's always a single-digit game block. It's maybe my favorite.
This might be the best play. Yeah, I saw this. I was like, "What?
Ridiculous!
What is this line?"
They're live.
Yes, they are live. Sprinkle that money line. Plus 1,000. Jump in there. Rolex Dad. Now we're talking. He's a Fresno fan. Let's go. Bet boy Tony C. I mean, dude, the UNLV team when I first started watching college basketball, that's my favorite team of all time. I can rattle off the whole goddamn roster. I was infatuated with that whole team. That team was the funnest team. Like there's
no wonder you hate Duke so much.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, part of that was Nick loved Duke.
Yeah.
My brother loved Duke, and this UNLV team throughout the tournament, I was like, oh, I can't wait. I hope they play Duke. They're gonna fuck them up. And I still say the second matchup, Greg Anthony got the NC. There was a vendetta.
Oh, they cheated.
There was a vendetta.
They cheated for Duke so bad.
Oh my God, that's what I'm saying. They fouled out Greg Anthony. Even though I saw a video, NC Nick tagged me in a video of Larry Johnson recently saying I lost that game. He's like, I was thinking about the NBA. That's on me. But no, that was a foul on Hurley. That was not a foul on Greg Anthony. His feet were fucking set. His feet were set. Greg Anthony stays in that game. UNLV sweeps this bullshit Blue Devils team. Anyway, I love that UNLV team. But tomorrow we take Fresno. We fade UNLV because unfortunately, why can't UNLV be great in basketball anymore? I don't understand it. I used to say this for football. At least they finally got their shit together a little bit with football. But I just don't understand it. I don't understand how they're not like now, at least like sports teams have came in there. The Oakland A's are about to come in there. I think, I don't even know, but you know, they've ruined the Raiders franchise and moved them to Vegas. They got that hockey team. They've ruined, like they had like a 30-year window of being dominant in football and basketball, and they wasted it. They just wasted it.
Killed it.
Tark was the only guy, and Tark, you know, the NCAA was after Tark, but also some of the UNLV administration, the hoity-toity, you know what I mean, that were within that, which you didn't even think they would have it, but yep, they're there. Anyway, best plays of the night, man. I could talk for hours on UNLV. I will put Fresno State. That's one of my favorite plays. Fresno State and the points will be one of my favorite plays. I will also say San Diego State. Actually, I mean, you can kind of just do a Mountain West parlay here. Fresno State, San Diego State, and I think Wyoming at 8.5 points. That's I think the three best. You could also throw San Jose in there too. New Mexico, Colorado State. It's like, I think New Mexico is the right side. I feel pretty good about it, but like I can understand Colorado State's been chippy in Fort Collins under Nico Medved, and New Mexico just gives you lemons sometimes on the road. So I can understand that one, but yeah, I think that's a parlay there. But still, best three plays, I will still put San Diego State and Fresno in there. And the third one will be, I mean, I'm going to go Mount St. Mary's. I don't think George Mason should be favored by that much. So I do like Gonzaga tomorrow too, though, but I don't know. Those are my plays. What are you doing here?
San Diego State, Gonzaga, and you're giving me a week off with Chris Beard against Penny. I'll take Ole Miss. Ole Miss, Gonzaga, San Diego State for me. I feel great about these games tomorrow. Yep.
Like sometimes you look at a card and you're like, well, you know, you're stretching a little bit. I feel pretty fucking good about it. I like Fairfield getting 10.5.
Too many.
Yeah. What am I missing here? There's a lot that I like on this card. So check the pregame show. We'll talk about line movement. Myself, Terrell Furman Jr. I'm assuming. I know he's making that drive. So actually, the more I think about it, the more maybe it's me solo. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night talking college hoops. And Sunday show. You know, have you looked at the Sunday card? It's pretty fun, man.
Loaded.
It's kind of like a Saturday card.
No, it's weird.
Yeah. So appreciate you folks. Please, if you can, tell your friend or friends, ex-girlfriends.
No good.
Just let somebody know, right? I don't care if you write this on the wall of a shitter. All right. Subscribe to the College Basketball Experience. All right. We need to get to 15K. Write it on the side of the wall. Cause look, sometimes you're just handling business. It's right there for you. Do it. Do something. We need 15K. Really, I'm really disappointed by our fans. I thought we were gonna smash this.
Yeah, man, the fuck up. I'm tired of these fucking.
Everything went south when Ricky Henderson died. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
Ricky Henderson died, and everyone got in a bad mood, including myself.
Being a fucking pussy.
That's what I'm saying. I was walking down the streets, man, just angry. Fucking Ricky Henderson died. Greatest. See New York Post, that bullshit article they're putting out. See that bullshit article? It's trying to shit on Ricky Henderson.
Oh, dude, I am sick of these fucking. Never mind. I'll go down the road. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean they're sitting on him saying, "Hey, the guy dies," and they do a headline of like, "He's the he wasn't the greatest base runner of all time." Hey, fuck you. All right, there's a place and time for everything, but Ricky Henderson. I mean, come on, fucking greatest. Ricky Henderson was the. I would argue, a lot of people say that like baseball had Canseco and McGuire and Sosa, and all that. It did help baseball, in my opinion, and it's on Bud Selig to me that he didn't have in their rules. But the most electrifying baseball player to me, 90s for the whole 90s decade, and a lot of the late 80s was Ricky Henderson. Man, he was must watch. I would go out of my way, and that was back in the day when you didn't have DirecTV or anything. So like, if you knew like the A's or the Yankees or whatever were on national television, you would go out of your way to watch just Ricky Henderson. Essentially, like you'd be bullshitting at a party and you'd be like, wait a second, Ricky Henderson's up to bat. That's some shit you don't get anymore. I mean, very rarely do people like that come in the sport.
Barry Bonds are like 1-2.
Yeah.
Like those are the two guys that like
I love Ricky Henderson. I love Ricky Henderson. It was my guy growing up, man. And anyway, rest in peace to the great Ricky Henderson. And fuck the New York Post, by the way. Scumbag fucks. They do that shock jock shit. They do that on purpose. So you get idiots like me talking about it. But I read it and I go, I just all of a sudden go to like, my Yosemite Sam's fucking face is bright red. Like I just hit dynamite. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Anyway, it worked for them. They're probably, I'm a pawn. Anyway, folks, we'll be back tomorrow. Check out the college football experience. Enjoy these bowl games. Tomorrow morning pregame show, all that good shit. Let's go. Glad to be back. Glad to talk games. All right. This is the college basketball experience. I see people asking for another heater since we're talking UNLV. I guess since we closed on UNLV, I guess we can go with this one. This is the college basketball experience. Great to be back. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
On the street, then tip your hat his way. You'll know just where he's headed and which game he's gonna play. He's a sharpshooter gunman and always aiming high. To win any gunfight, his limit is the sky. We're the gunslingers on San Antonio. We're the gunslingers on the road or at home. Remember the Alamo, for such as we are known. We're the gunslingers on San Antonio. And when we're away, we're doing our job. We're keeping law and order at home and abroad. Gamblers and outlaws, you better step aside. Our motto is to shoot 'em up and bring 'em back alive. We're the gunslingers from San Antonio. We're the gunslingers on the road or at home. Remember the Alamo, for such as we are known. We're the gunslingers from San Antonio. So if you love Texas and the USA, and if you love football, you'll love to see us play. We'll be shooting up the score and always aiming high. We'll be slinging guns and having fun until the day we die. We're the gunslingers from San Antonio.